Welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs, your home improvement and remodeling podcast, where the two most entertaining guys discuss the do's and don'ts in home construction and in the remodeling industry. Remember that you can nail it, paint it, or just tune into the show. How about that? Here are your hosts, Colin Shaw and Jimmy Driscoll.
What's up, Mr. Driscoll? How are you, sir?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah?
Another week.
Yeah. Thank God.
Just another week. Yep.
That's all you got to say about
another
it?
Week.
Just
yeah.
another week.
Yeah. All right. I just got to say, I'm going to say it because everyone knows about it, but
Good.
We are in, this is the hardest, this is worse than springtime. We're in fall, and everyone is just trying to get everything done, sealed up tight before, you know, the winter, the snow falls, and it's just nuts, man. The phone's ringing, and we're not going to be able to get to everybody.
Right.
Just can't do it. The psychology of it all is tough on me and you, and it's just it's hard. You just can't do it.
And I do also feel bad for the customers, too. You know, the ones that didn't plan ahead, you know, because they just don't do this very often, some of them, you know. They don't really know. Right. And then when they call and you're like, you know, depending on which, you know, side of my company they're dealing with, the handyman, I'm like, you know, 4 or 5 weeks out. They're like, really? Yeah. And then when you say, you know, the Shaw side, it's like, you know, see you in March.
Yeah.
So, and they're like, really?
Yeah.
So, and even appointments right now, you know, my appointments are booked like 3 or 4 weeks out. That's just to even get me to show up to even talk to you.
Just to get there.
Yeah, it's like, we're trying. We're really trying.
Well,
trying to keep up.
You have a bigger crew than I have, and I just can't. I'm trying to sell.
You're flat out, too.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to get you to do work, and you're too busy. Right.
You know, I woke up at 3:30 this morning,
and
I'm like, there goes my mind start going, and I literally had to do the mantra saying, there's nothing you can do about it now. Go back to sleep.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about it. Just go back to sleep.
Yep.
And it worked.
It worked, huh? Good for you. Good for you.
As soon as I got up this morning, I was like, yeah, let's go. What are we going to do? How are we going to do it?
It's 3:30. Look at all the extra time
How are we going to do it?
We're going to get everything done today.
So let me just get a quick synopsis. I was thinking about this today. So 2 different types of contractors. I'm going to give you a framer and a handyman.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So a framer needs a certain amount of tools, which he could probably fit in his truck or in his car, which is basically a tool belt, tape measure, pencil, razor knife, plumb bob, square, right, framing square, 2-foot level, 4-foot level, maybe a skill saw if he needs it,
sure,
you know, or a sawzall, and basically a nail puller. Yeah. And maybe a couple more little small tools, maybe a wrench here and there to tighten bolts. Maybe a socket.
Right. Socket set, yeah.
But that's basically it. Handyman. Go look at my truck.
All the above. And
all right, a vast amount of tools. I mean, a framer could have a drill, but we have to have drills. Yep. Impact drills, regular drills. We need that. We need jigsaws, sawzalls, of course. Everything that I mentioned above that a framer has, we have those also. We have tarps, paintbrushes. We've got putty. We've got a bunch of an array of tools. More tools. All different fasteners, screws, nails, brad nailers, trim guns, miter saw, table saw. I was just going through it today. I was like, all the stuff that I have. Yeah. It's just freaking all these tools that I have, and I use them, and I have to have them in my truck, because if I don't and I show up on a job, it's like, shit. I needed that. Why didn't I grab that?
Now let me ask you a question. Why don't you still have a trailer?
I do have a trailer, but it's rarely that I take it. And it's so funny because a lot of the houses that I go to, when I have the trailer, it's just like, oh my God, I got a narrow driveway. I drive it very well. Since I drove that freaking caboose when I worked for McDonald's, I learned really good how to drive a freaking trailer, right? The magic show.
You learned a lot of things.
Because I have a magic show. I have a magic show in the back of my truck.
Right.
And that's every homeowner, when they see me and I'm loading up, they're like, oh my God, you have so many tools. And I go, yeah, and I used every one of them. Right. Every one of them on your house.
Yep.
You know?
Isn't that crazy how you can use like every tool in your arsenal on one job?
And you need it. Yeah. It's so weird because you have to MacGyver stuff too.
Sure.
Not you're doing something cheap, but you have to reinvent sometimes of what materials that you have to make it work, to make it look great, you know? Yeah. And that's been my years of experience of doing things like that. So,
not to mention all the materials you need to. Not just tools, but all the materials.
Right, then you got to get the materials if you get it. But I have a truck. I don't have a van.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get home, you have to unload the truck,
or
load the truck, or just cover it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You have to do that. And then on the weekends, you need to unload your truck, and you have to reset your tools up, clean your tools if you need them, do this, do that, or you're going to lose your inventory. You don't know what you have. You can't find it. You go out and buy another one. You know what I mean?
Done that.
I got 4 hacksaws.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need 4 hacksaws.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that is the most aggravating, pissing me off. I
It
just saw it. It was in my face.
Yeah.
And where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And so anyway, but just to let the homeowner know what a handyman really has to carry and what he has to have. You know, it's not, I mean, a good handyman has everything.
Yeah.
He does.
Yep.
So that was I was thinking about that today. I was like, wow, because I had to just go through everything, and I'm like, man, I got this. I'm like, I can't believe.
Yeah, my guys have vans, but the only thing I don't like about it is in the wintertime, they're just, they're toboggans.
Right.
It's pretty much all they are. They're just sleds driving around the place. So I always get nervous about them, especially with all that weight of all those tools and everything else, they can
sliding
really,
around.
Sliding around. So, but, I try to make sure that they don't work in the snow.
Right. I got a 4-wheel truck. That's why.
Which is great.
Just to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love a van. But those days, I mean, we've been lucky for the past few years up here in New England that we haven't really had really bad weather.
Yeah, no. Last year was great.
Yeah.
Last year was great.
We get hit for a week or 2 weeks of snowstorm after snowstorm. We know it's going to be coming soon. It's going to be SOL.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can't throw tools in the back of your truck when it's snowing.
Oh man, it's all strategy. It's really it's game day. You think about game day every week. Excuse me, where you going, where you work. Oh, forgot to mention ladders.
Oh, geez,
I got to have every different size ladder.
Right, yeah.
I got planks.
Yeah.
I just bought my first A-frame ladder.
Oh, okay.
Because Warner now makes an A-frame ladder, ladies and gentlemen. I never liked those little giants. I just couldn't stand them because they were heavy, they were bulky. Warner
make
has
them
made
lighter now. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. And they're not they're under $300. They're like $230.
Well worth the money.
Very worth the money.
Yeah,
and they're very, very safe. So if you got to use them on ladders, I mean, when you have to use them on stairs, where you have the step on, that is the best thing to use.
Yeah,
it really is.
It is.
It's a wonderful invention, and it's very safe. I do not use those little giants straight out, flat, straight against the house.
Yeah.
I won't. I'll use a regular ladder because I need the kick out shoes.
Yeah.
Those don't have them. They just have a little piece of rubber. And if you do it wrong, you're in for a fall. I don't trust them.
Yeah, I mean, I usually tell people if you're gonna use those, especially on the straight out, make sure it's a 1-story. Mm-hmm. Don't use it on a 2-story or anything else.
No,
it's perfect for the homeowner that's got a 1-story that they can use it for so many different purposes. Changing light bulbs inside, and getting up to the gutters on the outside, and they're perfect. They're perfect. Multi uses.
Yeah, and my other suggestion for homeowners too is that look them up online, and if you can, get to a hardware store and take one and try it out. Open it up, pick it up, see if you can adjust it.
Mm-hmm.
You will feel you'll feel comfortable with it because they work very simple, very easy.
Yep.
So that's my advice right now as far as that goes.
Absolutely.
Right.
So a couple of thank yous that I want to send out. First one is to the Niantic Bay Boardwalk 5K. They do it every year. This year they had to do it virtually, so everybody got to do their own.
That's a nice shirt, dude.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It's a nice shirt. They sent me a shirt because I was a lobster sponsor this year. So I was
lobster sponsor.
See,
wait a minute, Caleb, do you like lobster? Caleb doesn't like lobster.
Don't talk to Caleb about food. See,
look at that.
I got my logo right on the back of the shirt. How good is that? So that was very nice of you.
You're a lobster
because
you donated money.
A certain amount of money. Yeah. So there's like a scallop. There's a lobster. There's other stuff too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it's a great cause. This year they were raising money for the Children's Museum up the road on Main Street. So it was a really good cause, and I guess they did very well this year. So that was good to hear.
Well, I didn't know about it, so I didn't donate it. So I'm a krill.
You're a krill? Yeah. Well, usually you only get these if you actually participate.
Oh, really?
But look at this body. I'm not doing a 5K, so I just give them money and then they give me a shirt.
You and me need sports bras now when we go.
Exactly.
Caleb, you don't like lobster?
Oh, forget it. Don't even bother. And a big thank you to Jen DeBurrow.
Thank you, Jen.
She was talking about appraisals last week, and I have said this to multiple people that I've talked to throughout the course of the week. I just had a blast on that on that show.
It was a good show.
It was a lot of fun. Just
and a lot. We learned
from
a lot.
Where we sit, sometimes you overthink them a little bit, but that one was just kind of on autopilot. It just went, and it was just fun. And I learned a ton too at the same time, which was great.
What is the definition of a bedroom?
Of a bedroom, right?
Which hands down, everyone, if you asked, would have been wrong.
Yep.
I'm totally wrong.
Yep.
It's got nothing to do with a closet.
Nothing to do with a closet anymore. Nope.
That's something.
And there's some smart people out there that already knew that, but
oh yeah.
Yeah,
but
not all of us knew.
Not the ones that I know. Not to say hang out with a bunch of dumb people. But just they didn't know.
So we did get a message from a lady by the name of Mel out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
So she had a bunch of questions for us.
Okay.
So she was able to get about 3 or 4 of them out before our answering service thing there shut off.
Oh, she kept on going?
I bet she was going for a good another couple of minutes.
Really?
I think she did, yeah.
Oh, well, send another one, Mel.
Right,
we'll answer those too.
Exactly.
Yep,
and,
not a problem.
And Mel, of course, if you want a mug, just shoot us an email, go to our Facebook page or our website and just send it to us. Say, Mel from Minnesota, this is my address. We'll send you a mug.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll take a picture with it and send it to us and we can post it.
That'd be
great.
It'd
be really cool. So we're going to try to answer your questions to the best of our ability. We were hoping to get you on the phone, but I know it's difficult right now with the setup we have. We have a very limited time. Yeah, it's not live, so we have a limited window that we can take phone calls. We would love to take nonstop calls. But it's just very difficult for people to get it out there. So, and I understand that. So, but one of the things that Mel was talking about was I guess they had a tree that fell on their house. So sorry to hear that.
Sorry. Scary shit.
Yeah, it is. And then they decided to, get the roof repaired, obviously. And, it was talked that they needed some ventilation in their attic. So they were looking at possibly doing vents in the soffit.
Well, when they said ventilation in their attic, that can mean a various thing. Like, she didn't say if they have a ridge vent or anything like that on the top.
So, that's the stuff that we would talk about,
Right. Okay.
If you've got a ridge vent, which is right along the top, right in the center of your roof, right at the ridge, right at the peak. If you have an opening there and you have gable vents, you're good. You're going to get decent, ventilation. If you don't have a ridge vent and you have gable vents, you're not going to get great ventilation. You'll get some. Mm-hmm. As long as your attic is not obstructed, there's no wall that cuts it off or anything else. It's open straight through from side to side, from gable side to gable side, basically. And if you can get vents in your soffits, fantastic. That's great. Now, one of the things that they were running up against is they didn't have soffits, so it was very, very limited space. So they probably, they did put the vents in, she said, but based on what we heard from her, I don't think it's going to get you much ventilation.
Well, she said there's no clearance between the openings of the vent and the 2x4.
Right. So there's no way there's airflow.
So I don't understand. For some reason, I don't understand the question. So so there was no soffit, but they put a ventilation system in. They made a vent.
They put vents in. She said her husband really wanted the vents put in because he thought it would do something. But she said, once they put the vents in, it was right up against the 2x4. The 2x4. So they're not going to get any sort of ventilation at all, which is too bad.
That don't sound right.
Well, not everybody has soffits, so
yeah. Send us a picture, Mel.
Yeah,
I'm not understanding this because when you got the bird's mouth and you hang that out and you frame out and you make your soffit, you can if it's closed off, if the wall goes all the way up into the rafter, all right, then you have no ventilation.
Right.
But if you have the plate and the bird's mouth sits on top of that, you should have ventilation that's coming from the outside soffit. If you drill a hole, air should be going up between the rafters, in between the rafters, up all the way up to the peak, either to the gable ends or to the ridge vent.
Right.
So I'm not understanding how the structure is that. I mean, they may have a fake soffit that's totally enclosed. With a 1x6, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
You got the bird's mouth, and they put a 1x6 on there, and then they put the fascia board, so it's a complete box. But you should be able to put in vents, even in that even in that 1x6, you could put the small vents in, which are the 1 inch or the 1 inch and a half.
Yeah.
You drill those, we pop those in.
Yeah.
And you can put those every 6 inches. Or, I would go probably every 8 inches, and you'd still get ventilation. I've seen those besides the big other kind of vents. But I'd love to see a picture of that, Mel.
Take a picture from outside.
Yeah, take a picture from the outside. Let me see it. That would be great. I can try to help you with that one some more.
All right.
Okay.
You want to tackle the next question?
Yeah. What's the next one?
That's what I meant by you want to take the next one?
You want to take it? Oh, so how do you and Jimmy approach projects as a contractor? That's a lot of ways. That's a wide open question.
Mm-hmm.
She is about to do a kitchen bathroom model, and she's struggling on how to compare quotes. Nothing is apples to apples. Correct. That is correct. What is the best way to compare quotes from different contractors? What should she be looking for? Well, we've gone over this a few times, and that's okay. And first of all, you get your quotes, you get your idea, you get your materials, what you want for your kitchen. We've talked about this before, and it comes down one, the homeowner who gets at least 3 quotes, correct?
They should.
Right?
I would recommend 3 quotes. Yep.
Go with your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Which contractor do you feel like you can trust?
Mm-hmm.
You can also look him up, make sure that he's got no liens against himself, and he has no really bad, he's not a bad apple, or he's not taking your money and running from you. You get some references on your contractor. That's the most important thing, because it's a huge trust issue, as we all know.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that communication between contractor and homeowner is vitally important. And everything can be discussed at any point of the operation or the construction of the house.
Mm-hmm.
That should always be that way, But check out the references. And all right, so you want to go with the way how you would first, and then I'll go?
Yeah, sure. So a couple things that I would recommend. So say you've got the 3 quotes. Go through each one of them and pull out what you like and what you understand about each one. And then prepare, in my opinion, you prepare a list that you can now turn around, type it all up. You take the best of the 3 quotes, you send it back out to the contractor and ask them to revise their estimate based on this. So if one guy is saying he's going to do X, Y, and Z, and this other guy says he's going to do ABC, you figure out which one you like. Do you like X, Y, Z, or ABC? If you like ABC, make the other guy re-quote it, doing it the way you want it. That you saw it in the estimate and that you liked it. For the biggest variable is always materials. So not all guys will put materials down in their quote. If they do, sometimes it's a guess. Sometimes it's a detailed list of every single item that they're going to supply and what they think it's going to cost. At the end of the day, when the project is done, your materials are your materials. So, get a list, get a copy of every single receipt that the contractor paid during the course of your project. Know ahead of time, before you go into the contract, is he going to charge 20%, 25, 35? What is he going to charge on the material cost? And then you'll know exactly at the end of the project that you were not ripped off. You can ask for all of that information. So whether you went with one guy or the other guy, still at the end of the day, the materials are going to be the materials. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's my 2 cents.
No, that's a good 2 cents. I mean, my 2 cents is really I try to figure out the time and labor cost.
Mm-hmm.
What I do. And basically, that's what they're really going to hire me for. But I will give them the necessary tools of the people that they're going to use. Like, I will put in touch with the plumber.
Okay.
And let the plumber suggest the best equipment in the bathroom or wherever they want, best toilet. What do they want? Let the plumber talk to the homeowner, unless the homeowner is already set on a toilet or set on something. Now, one of the plumbers that I use, Chris, I like him because he will tell the customer, I want to put this kind of toilet in, and he's done it. He says, don't put that toilet in because it's crap. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work good. They fail, and I hate them. I hate work. It's going to cost you more money for me to come out because they break down all the time.
Right.
That's a great plumber.
Yep.
You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
great plumber. Yep.
Yeah, because you just gain the trust on that. And same thing when I tell the customer, anyone who's coming through the doorway, I know them, I've worked with them, I trust them, they've worked on my house. You should have no problem whatsoever. So we established that. So I will do that. plumber go over materials with the homeowner.
So you let the plumber work directly with the homeowner?
Pretty much, yes.
So you stay out of that
I will stay out of that, yeah.
Okay.
Because I got to deal with so many more other things.
Yeah.
Those things, if something went wrong with that toilet or sink or vanity, boom. All right. I don't need to get diverted. Well, we can solve it together. It's not like I'm dropping the ball.
Sure.
We can solve it together with the plumber, myself, and the homeowner. But there's three of us involved in that situation. Is the way I look at it.
I get it.
Yeah. So mine is the labor thing, and I will point them in the direction, I guess, of what kind of materials. What are you looking at as far as that?
Right.
Now, like your kitchens and your bathrooms, whatever. The tile thing in a bathroom, I can help them with. The kitchen thing, I give them to a cabinet person, let them deal with that because there's different prices and different ranges and things like that. I'm more concerned about. I'm going to give you the installation price, the demo price, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's how I do it.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I act as a GC sometimes, so you know, I have to provide the plumber and the electrician and all that other stuff. So.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, I know.
I will do that.
But you know what? It's so much easier. Just let them deal with it directly.
Yeah,
it is. You know, it gets. Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, but I will do this, and I guess then I'm wearing the GC hat, and I don't have a problem with that. If there's a problem with something not as far as the installation, but if there's a problem with the product or something like that, I'll have them talk to me, and then I will talk to the plumber or I'll talk to the electrician.
Okay.
You know, makes their life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because it's faster. Because if I make the phone call, they pick it up right away. If not, and it's the customer, they might not be able to get to it later on in a day or something like that. I get a response right away, usually right away.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
You know,
for sure.
Yeah. Did that help? Do you think we got that one right?
I think so.
All right.
I think we did better at that one than the first one.
What?
So I think we did better at that one than we did the first one with the soft events.
All right. So basically, what's the best way to compare quotes from different contractors?
Yeah, so we just did that.
Yeah, so we just did that.
Yeah, I think we're good with that. But she was also very interested in that air purifier system that we had somebody. Yeah, we had somebody on from American Standard that was talking about, you know, the purifier system. And it sounds like Mel has asthma and allergies and everything else. So she was asking if she has to have the American Standard furnace in order to be able to have the purifier. And I believe the answer is yes.
With that, yes.
Yeah, because those two work together. It's
that's what they do.
Right now, if you have a furnace at your house and you want an air purifier, I would contact your local heating and cooling guy, and just talk to them about what are the different options that you have based on the brand of furnace you have. So there may be another product that's similar, but it sounds like the one that American Standard came on and talked about was really great. I mean, it was like 99.98%.
And maybe they can take some of that and retrofit it to their furnace or something.
Maybe. But that's your local heating and cooling guy that would probably definitely be able to help you with that.
Yeah.
So.
God, that's so over my head.
Yeah. It's over my head too. I know.
And you can't. No, that's.
Yep.
Such a gray area with me.
Yeah.
And those guys just show up and then they disappear and they're gone forever. They're like Santa Claus once a year. Boom, there they are. Oh, they changed the filters. Where'd they come from? I don't know.
You think Santa's coming this year?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. He's going to end the year on a positive note.
Absolutely.
All right, beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing Santa.
That's right.
And no Santa at Macy's this year.
No.
No pictures with Santa.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, people are starting to not a good idea.
Yeah.
You hearing that? You been hearing that?
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Santa could be sketchy.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Well, I think we answered all of Mel's questions, so that was good. So, Mel, thanks again. We really do appreciate you taking the time to call.
Send us more. Send us pics, please.
Yeah, and let us get you a mug. So send us your address.
Yeah, a mug.
And we still need Lisa in Tampa to send a picture of her and her husband with the mug.
Yeah, what's going on, Lisa?
Right.
What's going on? Well, you get a mug and you split? What are we,
Two
chopped
mugs.
liver now?
Two mugs.
A chopped liver. Bullshit.
So take a picture, being on the beach or something right there with the mugs. And
drinking Jameson.
Sure, something, yeah.
Crying out loud with you, woman, please.
We got to get somebody from up north to get a mug now so they can have hot cocoa in it or something.
Hot cocoa.
with whipped cream on top, and that would look good.
Yeah, it would look great.
Yeah, we can have some.
Yeah,
we can make our own here.
Yeah,
what do you think about that?
Put a hot dog in it too.
Let's not go there.
No, let's not.
No, we're gonna get in trouble if we talk about that again. So,
all right. So we got another question here.
Yeah.
Can I paint old cement porch steps? Yes. What would you recommend? What you recommend this?
Would you recommend this? Yes.
Yeah.
And what kind of paint do you recommend, sir? And is there any special prep that needs to happen to the cement stairs?
Yeah. Depends. How old are the cement stairs?
100 years old.
And they're all chipping and crappy and stuff.
Yep.
That's a whole different thing. Then you got to
What, do you want an easy one?
You got to resurface it.
Uh-huh.
Whether you do it with mortar or whatever, you got to do some epoxy.
Okay.
To clean that up. You have to make sure the surface is nice and clean and ready to adhere some good paint. You got to do it in the right temperature, the right weather. And there are a bunch of different products out there. Sherwin-Williams makes a really good. It's not an epoxy, but it's a regular porch and step paint that they have.
Oh, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
And I put it in the last basement that I did. We cleaned it up, and damn, that stuff was good.
Really?
Yeah. It had a nice mill to it, meaning the thickness went on. I only did one coat, and I was very impressed. 2 coats would have been banging.
Yeah.
If you got a very, very, very high traffic area on those steps, if they're really taking a lot of, like if it's the south side of the house and it's taking the heat and the winter and it's chipping and breaking and cracking and stuff like that, I would look into something else. I might look into maybe wood stairs or stuff like that. It depends. You have to seal. You have to either reform those steps if they're breaking up, reform them, get them to a place where they're almost like brand new, and then seal it, and then paint it.
Yeah.
Because once the water gets into it, like bricks, or chimneys, they just boom. They blow up. They blow out.
So if there's like paint that's all chipped on the steps, what do you recommend to cleaning that up?
Sand it down.
Yeah.
Use a grinder, like a Makita grinder.
Yeah.
Grind that all down. Get all the loose paint down off that.
Yeah.
I would also, from there, whether you etch it or you muriatic acid, some kind of good cleaner, and then I would use like an epoxy. I would use a primer, a cement primer for those steps. That would just prime it, adhere. I think Luxon is really good. That's one of them that you can put down on the cement. And I'm sure that would accept the latex paint that you're going to put on top of that, because everything is latex now.
Everything's
anyway.
latex, yeah.
Latex, epoxy, whatever. Yeah, that should do it.
Okay.
It's all about prepping that surface. It's putting the time in. And you got to have the right weather conditions for it.
All right.
Very important.
So it's too late now up around here.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah. Okay. What temperature do you think it would need to be?
I would do it. I would do no lower than 50 degrees at night.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't even attempt it now.
Yeah.
And then I would, not do it in direct hot sun either. Or I would do it, whether it was mid-temperature 70, 50, between 50 and 70, 80 degrees. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Not hot.
In the shade area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're doing cement, I would add, and you're adding that kind of paint, add a little sand to it just for some traction.
Okay. Good
You know
idea.
what I mean? Yeah, add sand to it.
Yeah.
So you have traction, just make it slippery.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep everybody safe.
Keep everybody safe.
Very nice.
Okay, there's that one.
There's that one. Do you have more? Do you have more?
Yeah.
Yeah? What else do you want to know?
How do we prepare on my unfinished basement for the winter? How do I prepare it? Am I supposed to do anything special or out of the ordinary? Well, seal the windows if you got windows, so you don't get any cold drafts down there.
Yep.
That's one thing.
You can even take a piece of insulation and just put it up against there.
That'll work.
That'll hold it in place.
If you got a stone foundation, good luck, because you're going to get everything coming in there.
Uh-huh.
You can use that crack and seal.
Yeah.
My buddies, I have a stone wall in the basement of the cottage, and my buddy went over there. They did an amazing job. So what they did is they made up they took the cracked cement. No. Sorry, back up. They used the sealant, the foam sealant.
Okay, yeah.
And they went in between all the rocks.
Yeah.
Right? Used about, it was great.
Ooh.
Yeah, 30 feet long. Did about 24 feet of it, I have to say. And they used that all through the cracks.
Yeah.
Right? They must have went through like 6-8 cans, which was fine. Let that dry.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made a mortar cement mix, like a slurry, right? And they skim coated the whole thing.
Wow.
Over the stone and everything.
Wow.
So, and it's sealed.
Yeah, I
so
bet.
now you got to put some UGL on it, waterproofing.
Okay, yep.
I'll just waterproof that thing.
Like a dry lock?
Dry lock.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll
do that. I'm probably going to make on the very, very bottom, because we did do that cement, the flooring.
Mm-hmm.
I will probably make, I was talking to a guy about this, we're going to make probably a very small knee wall all the way across.
Okay.
Just for strength. We were talking about maybe rebar or this, that, the other thing. I actually should take a picture of that when we do it.
Yeah.
So you'll see it.
Yeah.
Put it on the website. Yeah, some interesting stuff I'm dealing with, because I'm dealing with ledge and stone, and I'm going up there this weekend to see my Christmas present, because I drilled this past weekend with this, what's it called, Dexicam? Because I've got ledge in the basement, and I'm going to break up the stone. Mm-hmm. And I bought a new Bosch drill, drilled that thing, which, let me tell you something. I got earplugs on and a freaking earmuffs on, and my head was still ringing.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's my age.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna get that. Somebody gonna get that. Yeah, but I did that.
Yeah.
And wear a mask. You gotta wear it, because stone dust, you'll get silicosis, which means you get stone dust in your lungs, and your body cannot it can't cough it out.
Yeah.
Once you get stone dust in your lungs, you have stone dust in your lungs forever. And what happens is your body tries to get rid of it, and it creates scar tissue around the stone, and you start closing off the fibers in your lungs, and it's a agonizing, slow death. A lot of stone workers, especially the guys who build the dams down the Hoover Dam, a lot of them died of that. Nobody wore a mask.
Yeah, well, back then, sure. Yeah.
Look that up. Look that up if you want, buddy.
Look it up.
So, which goes, you homeowners who are working out there, because I know a lot of people did it, and we're going to be doing it again when we get this second wave of this, and people are going to get into more and more, I think, building and doing things like that. I cannot say enough about wearing gloves and protective gear, whether it be eye gear. I'm wearing them now because they're bifocals. I can read my sign. But all that stuff, it's so important. You only got one set of eyes, like my dad said. You get a freaking, you take an eye out. I don't care how strong you are. A grain of sand can bring a person to their knees.
Oh, absolutely it can.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Do it right.
Yep.
Be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, you can't get a hold of anybody. Go to YouTube.
My mother-in-law had glass in her eye the other day.
She did?
Yeah.
What'd she do?
Well, it was after my father-in-law dropped a drill on her head.
You want to keep going with the story? Because this sounds really good.
I really do.
Dropped the drill in their head. And then
I was telling somebody the story. They were just crying. They're like, these people are nuts. I'm like, yeah, they're a little crazy.
Is this your father-in-law, the one who split his knee open and almost got MRSA?
So he did split it open again. A few days ago. Yeah. So now it's back open again. This thing happened like what, 2-3 months?
Dude, take that table leg right there. That's long enough.
Yeah.
We'll cut it off, bring it to him for freaking Christmas.
Yeah.
Here, use that, Ahab.
No, we have to come up with like some sort of a Swiss Army leg that we could give him. So we could have like a screwdriver on it and everything else. It'd be great.
And give him it when he loses his hand for doing something stupid. Give him a Swiss Army hand too.
Right. He'll have all the tools he needs. Yeah.
He split it open again?
Yeah, split it open again. Yeah. And they're down in Florida. They drove to Florida and drove back with his knee split open again.
I don't feel bad for him at all. I don't. I don't. The freaking doctors must be so pissed at him.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I don't even know if he was able to get to the doctors because he's been in. He had to go to quarantine.
What did he do to open up his knee again?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. He was doing work at the house in Florida because somebody drove into the side of the house. So they have people working on the house, but he's doing some of the stuff himself. That's covered by insurance. And he came walking in, and Tanya was on the phone with her mom, and she's like, "Oh my God, what happened to your leg?" Everything was just blood all over the place. So it's all.
They got to put a brace, a stiff brace on his leg. Lock it.
I said yes. I said put a cast on him.
Yeah.
For 2 months.
Yeah.
And that thing will heal.
Yeah.
Yep. And just
it's gonna have a nice meaty scar he is, you know.
And then of course drove home from Florida. I don't get it.
No.
Yeah, she got hit with.
All right, so you got hit with gas glass.
She got hit with. First she got hit with the drill. He dropped it, and she looked up and got hit in the forehead. and then she said everything went black, so she went to the ground. And she doesn't want to say that she bled a lot, but they were able to get it under control, her and him, by the morning time. So that was good. Yeah, by the morning.
By the morning.
Yeah. So then Tanya's like, so how's your head? She's like, well, the glass is almost gone. And she's like, glass? He hit you with a drill. There was glass on the drill? No. We have the aluminum windows, and we were taking the glass out of the aluminum so we could take the aluminum to the scrapyard. And it shattered, and a piece got into her eye. And she's like, but, we've been flushing it for 2 days straight now, and I think it finally came out.
You can take the glass and the aluminum to the scrapyard, the whole thing.
They decided to take the glass out.
Yeah, well, good for you.
Because they're poor.
Good for you. So now you got a father-in-law who's got a freaking, he's got a peg leg, and you got a mother-in-law who's got a freaking patch on her eye. So you got a pirate together. You got one.
Who wants to come to my family reunion?
Oh my God.
Who wants to come? Come on.
So what's the definition of silicosis? What do you got?
Oh.
It just said that I didn't get anything like that, but it just said that one of the major problems with stone fabrication workers, and this is something like a study from 2017 to 19, and it said Colorado, California, Texas, and Washington. It was like an actual major problem for stone fabrication workers during those years. Like they saw like a spike in cases. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. And just said the same thing. You said disabling and sometimes fatal disease. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're supposed to wash your clothes and everything else before as soon as you get to the house, go right inside. Because those fine particle dust is just, you're breathing it in. You can't get rid of it. It's not like sheetrock dust. Sheetrock dust is it's a plaster material, and when it gets wet, it just clumps. Right. And it's soluble and it'll move. Mm-hmm. It doesn't adhere. Once it's wet, it's back again to the mud state. It goes back to liquid form. It really won't really hurt you. Might wheeze a little bit, but your lungs will clear it out.
All right,
but not steal. What are some of the annual appointments we need to make sure that I have home? What's this?
Those are things that you need to do on a yearly basis or bi-yearly basis for your home, like getting your furnace cleaned, getting your chimney cleaned.
Did that both done?
Yeah, you got them both done.
Yeah,
that's good. Me too. Changing the filter in your HVAC system. Once a year at least. Definitely twice a year. Some people say every month, like the American Standard. The lady that was on our show said every month to change it. There's different things that you do just to make sure that you keep everything working.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that blower? You can't hear it? All right, so I'm the only one hearing it.
Hearing what?
Every Tuesday we do a show about this time. Somebody gonna get that?
It's right after that. The Jameson is gone. It's been about 45 minutes, and now he starts hearing stuff.
Don't give people the wrong impression. I don't get cocked and have Jameson before I get on the show. It's not that at all.
No?
I like a drink once in a while. I have like a little,
right.
It's a gentleman's drink. I drink it not like I'm under the bridge. Meet me there. Bring the bottle. It's not that at all.
Out of the brown paper bag and all?
Brown paper
nice.
bag.
Now you got to pay more for those.
No, we didn't add. You got if you have a well, you're supposed to be changing your water filter every 3 months.
Yep.
And some people have up here in Old Lyme in the area. They've got like these huge systems.
Most everybody around here has the water softener systems.
I have water softener, but they have like this other stuff too.
Yeah.
They got all these tanks. Right?
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
This, that, and the other thing.
Yep.
Bacteria, this, that, the other thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's over my head too. I don't know much about that.
We don't want to get into radon and everything else too.
Oh my God, that's controversial, isn't it?
It is very controversial. Yeah.
I heard here's a wives' tale. I heard, but if you have spiders in your basement, you don't have radon.
Huh?
That's what I heard.
I wonder if that's true.
Did you look that up first, Caleb? See, we have Caleb on the show, Mr. Sexy Swirl over here. You know, juicy swirl. Juicy swirl.
Juicy swirl.
Juicy, sexy.
Yeah.
It's more like juicy.
Yeah.
He could be sexy if he ate more different kinds of food.
Yeah. All right.
So while he's looking up that,
Yeah.
you
still hear things or?
No, the blower just stopped.
Okay.
You didn't hear the leaf blower.
No.
Yeah, come on.
No.
You did not. You don't hear that right now.
No.
You don't hear that.
All right, maybe it's just you.
Well, I guess I'm leaving the show.
Jimmy won't be with us next week.
Both though. Some things are saying that is true, and some are saying that's a myth.
All right,
it's a myth.
So we got to.
So we have to get a radon expert.
We have to get a radon expert out here to say, okay,
let's do that.
Or we can talk to our boy at Marvel Pest Control. Maybe he knows.
He deals with mice and shit.
But he deals with insects and stuff too. I wonder.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's ask him. Maybe
yeah,
he knows.
That'd be a good question.
Yeah. Hopefully he's listening. If you're listening, let us know, Fred.
Come on, Fred.
Appreciate it.
When are we going out to Fred's anyway?
I don't know. I got to reach back out to him again. Find out what the date is. It's supposed to be in November, so.
So we're going to go to an infested home.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got to get special masks.
Right. I got them.
Yeah. How many you got?
I got 2.
All right. We need more than that.
Caleb. I got one for Caleb.
So I'm on my own.
No. No. I got to get Caleb one.
Oh, we're getting Caleb one.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
He looks up a couple of things for you, and boom, all of a sudden he's got my mask.
That's it. He gets
that's
boom.
Great. Great.
Well, maybe if you agree with me that you heard the freaking leaf blower.
It's way more fun to say I didn't hear it.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah.
It's way more fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm not answering the voices in your head anymore.
I wouldn't
I'm
either.
done with that.
Yeah, I am too.
You're on your own.
Yep.
Yeah. Jimmy, would you please explain to this person?
All right, everyone. That's it. We've had enough.
That's it for the show.
Yeah.
Hope we answered enough of your questions.
Yeah.
You know.
Give us some phone calls during the week and stuff. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. We'll add to it. We got a bunch.
Yeah.
We got a couple of guests we're gonna have Skype.
We have some good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we'll talk more about once we confirm some dates here and there, and be some good stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Good stuff. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.